guys, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Carlos.
And in case you guys didn't already know, we're planning a trip around the world.
Around the world. Hey guys, welcome back.
So this week is video number 11, and if you haven't already seen them, make sure you go check out videos 1 through 10 so you know all the things that we're doing to get ready for our around the world trip. Because this week's topic is
the art of traveling safely. Cue the music.
So you're in a foreign country, nothing is familiar to you. The places, the culture, maybe even the language. What do you do to keep yourself safe both financially and physically while you're on your trip?
I'm glad you asked, because in today's video, we will be discussing a few things that you can do to make sure you're not an easy target. You can be prepared, you can be careful, and you can be smarter. Simple things, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's break it down for you.
So first off, be prepared. Nothing is going to keep you safer than being prepared for any and all situations. Before you leave, make copies of your passport photo page. Keep a couple copies with yourself and give someone back at home a copy also. In the event that you lose your passport, it's actually a lot easier to get a new one if you have a copy of it available.
Before you arrive to your destination, you're going to want to look up the local emergency number so you have that handy, because it's not 911 everywhere. And also you're going to want to look up the closest embassy and have their address and phone number. And you're going to want to keep all this information somewhere where you can access it quickly, like the notepad on your phone or somewhere like that.
Another thing you can do to be prepared is, if you are Americans like we are, you can enroll in STEP, which stands for the Smart Travelers Enrollment Program. It is a program that is run by the United States government that will alert you by email if any sort of crisis or anything that you need to be notified of happens in the country you're visiting, they will tell you.
Another thing you'll want to do when you're getting prepared for your trip is do a little research on the neighborhood that you're looking to get your accommodations in. The cheapest price sometimes comes at a more expensive...
At a safety price.
At the price of safety.
And when you do book your new accommodations, make sure you actually forward your email confirmations on to somebody at home that you trust, maybe like your power of attorney that you've already established, just so they know where you're headed or where you last were in the event that anything happens to you.
And lastly, be prepared by getting yourself some good travel insurance to cover you in case anything medically or just general travel mishaps were to happen. If you're interested in learning more about travel insurance, you can watch our video, which is titled
5 Reasons Why We're Getting Travel Insurance. And now that you're prepared to travel safely, the next thing you can do is be careful by being aware of what's going on around you.
First, stay alert and pay attention to your surroundings.
And also, try to blend in, or at the very least, try not to stand out. I know each and every one of you is unique in your own special ways, but for the sake of traveling safely,
just blend in. Next, you're going to want to try to avoid broadcasting your lack of knowledge. Not everyone and their mother needs to know that you're not familiar with the place that you're in.
And also, be wary of all the drinking. It's really fun to go out and have drinks at the end of the night, but please don't go overboard. Even if you're staying really close to the bar and it's in walking distance, just don't get really drunk, because a really drunk and unaware person is the easiest person to target.
And avoid cultural faux pas. You're just going to want to do a little research before you get to your destination. Maybe check with some locals and just ask, like, what are some big no-nos?
And remember not to pet stray animals, especially if you don't have a rabies vaccine.
You heard that right?
What?
Don't pet stray animals, because we're not getting the rabies vaccine.
Okay.
And lastly, just stay healthy. Stay hydrated If you're prescribed medicine, take that medicine and just take good care of yourself. And next, you're gonna want to be smarter, at least smarter than the criminals.
Leave your valuables at home. If there are things that you must bring, make sure that you insure them by getting really good, reputable travel insurance.
Next, get locks for all of your luggage. Make sure that if you're staying at a hostel, you're putting your belongings away in a locker and you're using one of those locks to keep said locker locked.
Also, separate your money. Keep your money in certain hiding spots. Separate it between the two of you or whoever you're traveling with. We have actually a lot of good tips on what to do with your money in our video called Handling Money Abroad, if you want more tips, if that wasn't good enough for you.
And on that note, another thing you can do is come with a decoy wallet. That way, if anyone tries to mug you or anything, you can give them the wallet that has maybe a couple bucks in there, some expired credit cards. That way they think that they got your wallet, and little do they know, you got the real thing somewhere else.
It was just a decoy.
Haha.
Tricky. And the last thing that you can do to be smarter than the criminals is to do some general research about some of the scams that happen in that area so that you can avoid them and not be duped. With these tips, you can make sure you remain prepared, careful, smarter, and therefore safer on your trip.
Make sure to share this video with any friends or family that may be going on a trip soon. That way they know how to travel safely.
So thank you guys so much again for watching this week's video. We only have 2 more weeks of trip prep videos before we take off on our first destination, which is Colombia. And we'll make sure to see you guys back here next Monday again for the first segment of our 2-part packing series where we're going to cover the gear and the electronics that we're bringing with us. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Mwah. So if you guys liked this video and thought it was helpful, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can see all of our videos first.